Hello everyone, welcome back. So, as some of you may know, I've not been here for the last 2 weeks. We've been away on a family holiday in Greece. My fiance's sister just got married up there. Really nice wedding, lovely place. And whilst I was away, I left the garden in trusted hands of one of my friends, and he's managed to keep everything watered for me. Got a few things that need a bit of attention, but majority of everything is still alive and looking well. So I'd like to thank Lloyd for looking after the garden, and Nathan and Brian for looking after the dogs for us whilst we were away. But it's good to be home, and I'm going to give you a quick walk around the whole garden, show everything before I do any work to anything, and then do a couple of videos on what I'm going to do to what, see if I can bring things back, and just general maintenance that needs doing around the garden. So we'll start off in the polytunnel, we'll have a quick look around, and we'll work our way up the garden. And at the end of the video I'll put a few pictures from the holiday and a couple of other bits and bobs. Right then, so if we start on this side by the door where the cucumbers are, there's a lot of dying leaves on these. Just go through them, cut all the dead leaves off and give them a good feed, but still have quite a few cucumbers on them ready to be picked. And I think with a good feed and just trim all these dead leaves off, they should come back in no time. A few of the tomato plants are looking a bit worse for wear, but I'll just give them a quick prune and a good feed and they will be okay. Got a few ready to be picked. I'll do a harvest video after this one. Onions that we harvested just before going, dried out nicely, ready for storing, and a few smaller ones on this side. One of the biggest surprises was the melon, and we've got a couple of fruit on this now. Another one starting here, another one there, and where did I see that other one in the back there? There is another one in the back there. I'll just make that out. So hopefully we should have some melons, cucumber melons. There's loads on these ready to be picked now. So get through them and get them picked as well. Again, big tomatoes, doing well. Super Mama. Feeling a bit soft, and I just think he's might have overwatered these a little bit, which is why some of the fruit feel a bit soft, but that needs cutting back up the top there, as does that one. We've reached the top of the polytunnel now. And another nice surprise was the Clara Aubergines. These are white aubergine, and this plant was actually for the single seed challenge, and we've got two nice fruit on it. So looking forward to trying those. The other big onion that I left hasn't done much, so we'll get him picked as well. And then all the peppers Doing absolutely brilliant. Absolutely covered in them there. Got some jalapenos in there ready to be picked. A lot of those are turning red. Still quite firm. And then the sweet peppers. There's quite a few yellow ones on these now. But I'm not going to pick them just yet. I'm going to let them see if they go red. Might pick a couple. But there's plenty of fruit on these. Absolutely loaded. So they're doing really well, very happy with them. Again, they'll just need a quick tidy up, sorting out, and now that I've got a bit more room round the back, I can move a couple of them over there, give me a bit more room in the front here. And then the tumbling toms, packed with fruit ready to be picked, and plenty coming on them. But they all just need a good feed and a little bit of attention. They should be okay. Black Beauty aubergines. Quite a few fruit on this one now. So I'm going to pick these when they're quite small, see if we get a few more of it. And the smaller melons, they need repotting and putting in their final position. But again, full of flowers and looking very well. So that's it for the big polytunnel. So again, thank you Lloyd, you've done a cracking job there, very much appreciated. And we'll go and have a look around the rest of the garden. Right then, so outside the back of the polytunnel, we've got the Maris Piper potatoes along here. They all look okay, doing well. And then we have two empty pots here, which did have potato plants in. This one had condor from Steve Digwell, which Stella, one of the youngest dogs, has been pulling them out. So that's why them two buckets are empty. And then, yeah, the potatoes here, all grown really well. Very happy with all of them. And right in the back here, this is the black corn planted in one of the old dogs' beds. These were the last sowing of corn. I have another two sowings on the other side of the garden. And sunflowers, all these just need deadheading and cutting back. Hopefully we'll get another flush of flowers off them. Courgette, he needs picking. That's a lot bigger than what I'd liked it to have gone, but I wasn't here so couldn't really pick it, but we've got a couple more smaller ones on that. And up here, it's just gone like a jungle, all needs sorting out, things tying back. But we've got some more yellow courgettes down there, some more tomato plants up here, tumbling toms, and can't remember what variety this one was, but ladled with fruit. And then the strawberries, they all need sorting out, cutting back, and choosing which plants I'm going to keep the runners off. So I'm just going to pick the best the ones that had the best strawberries on them. I have been putting bits of yellow tape on the ones that I want to keep, just so I know. And more down there and over here. Tumbling toms. Getting quite a bit of fruit on them now, so hopefully we'll have some of them soon. So again, all in all, around here it's looking very good. Not too much work, a lot of cutting back, a lot of tidying up, but everything's still going, which I'm very happy with. So move on to the front garden now. Right, so this is where we've got the single seed potato challenge hosted by Steve Digwell. They're all in there, all 11 potato pots, and they're looking brilliant. Just hope it's the same underneath. All nice green foliage, not dying back yet, so still got a while left on them yet. And the pink fir apples have gone absolutely nuts, so it's going to be interesting to see what we get out of this area, but all in all, still looking very good. The incredible sweet corn has come on quite well, considering they're a late showing, so hopefully they shouldn't contaminate with the other ones I've got further at the top of the garden, which are already pollinating. And the carrots, I'm a bit disappointed about these, because I've come in here and noticed that they've been eaten. So there's loads of tops all just been chewed. Cut. Don't get me wrong, the bottom halves of them are okay, but not all of them have had it, but quite a few have. So I've put a couple of traps in here, did that last night, but nothing went off, so whether or not they're still here I don't know, but we do have some looking okay. We're still going, but we'll get in here sorted out, pull out all the ones that have been eaten, get it cleared up a bit, and see what we're left with at the end of that. Hanging baskets haven't done so well, but I think the soil that I used in these was a bit rich. As you can see, this one is full of mushrooms. And a few tomatoes on the tumbling toms. And over here we've got the dahlias, the lucifer, gladioli and the sweet peas. All these sweet peas will need cutting back, take all of the seed parts off, and hopefully we'll get another flush of flowers on them. The gladioli starting to flower, a few of them are dying off, so I'll just go and deadhead all of them, get all the weeds out, and just have a general good tidy up in there. Herbs, all still looking good. Got all the mint, rosemary and sage. All still looks good. And these flower beds just need sorting out. Deadheading and cutting off any dying diseased leaves and a good de-weeding, and they should be okay. So just spinning around. Again, more flowers in here. Same goes with these, just all need deadheading. Some more dahlias. And calendula, all needs deadheading and cutting back. And comfrey, I'm going to cut a lot of this back and make some comfrey tea out of it. And the sunflowers in the back there, getting quite tall now. They've not done as well as I was hoping, but they're doing okay. Some more dahlias in here. And some marigolds there. All gold raspberry has gone absolutely bonkers. It was still within the cage when I left, and it is now about 6 foot tall and bursting out of the cage everywhere. So hopefully we should get a good crop off them. More sunflowers, nasturtiums and dahlias in here. Just need all these deadheads, just cut them back and we should get another flush of flowers out of them. And in this bed here we've got the Fiesta sweet corn. So see, a lot of these have been pollinated, but I'll just give them a helping hand just by knocking the pollen off over the tassels. And they should be okay. A lot of them look like they've been pollinated quite well. You can see this one is swelling up and all the hairs have browned off. The lettuces, a lot of them run to seed, but they can all come out. We've got some dragon tongue beans there. And some borlotti beans on these ready to be picked. So get a few of them picked this afternoon, but that'll be in another video. Peas in here ready to come out. Should have pulled them out before going really, but do no harm. Just get them out, get that bed cleared up, get that ready for planting up again. Some more comfrey here. I'm just going to tidy this up, cut them back and use that to make some feed. And in this bed here we've got the parsnips and the radish that we've let go to seed. All the seed pods on there. The bees have absolutely loved these flowers, but we'll get a lot of them out. A bit more room for the parsnips, but they're all looking great. Condor potatoes from Dean. These feel sides of the buckets all bulging, so hopefully we've got a few in them. And in the bed next to them, got leeks in the back here. Some red onions. These lettuces just starting to bolt. So get them picked and put in the fridge. Some more big onions, not far off ready now. And then another disappointing one is the carrots that I had for the heavies. If you can see that one's just split. So that's quite a shame, but that's no good. And this one here has also started to split, which I think is down to overwatering. But we have had a lot of rain since we've been away, so I'm not going to blame Lloyd for that one. I'll let him off with that. And beetroot in here is all destined to be picked, so we'll get them pulled out. And then we've got another 6 rows of carrots in here. They're all looking okay. Decent sized ones there. So at least we can have some carrots. Sprouts, they all look okay. They've all come to. Doing alright. Rhubarb chard there. A bit of that can be picked, and the kale in the back. And then all the swede along here. They're all looking okay. Some decent sized ones in there. So we can start harvesting them as well. And that brings us round the back, where we've got the marrow. Got a couple of fruits set on this. And plenty of flowers again. And all over there that's just overgrown with nettles. So we'll have to get all there cleared out and have a look, see if there's any rhubarb we can pick. But they're all overgrown. So got quite a bit of work to do around here. Again, some more peppers. And some chilies there ready to be picked. And then in this bed here we've got a couple of pongos from Bill and Val. Some NE Plus Ultra, second sowing of them. They all need tying up. And the ambassador peas, which look like they got decimated by the birds after I planted them out. And a couple of kale and another lettuce down there. We've got plenty of room in the middle here to get a few more things planted in. This bed, I planted all rows of beetroot in the back. None of them seem to have come up. A couple more onions ready for picking. They've probably gone a bit over, but they'll get used. And the onions that I let go to seed, again, bees absolutely love these, so it's worth leaving a couple just for the bees. But we should have plenty of seeds on these to harvest soon. So we'll harvest them seeds and try growing them next year. And the bush cherry tomatoes, still quite a few fruit on these, need picking. But again, they just need a general good tidy up and a good feed. They should be okay. The old table has finally given up and collapsed. Petunias, they all need throwing, I think. Another aubergine. No fruit on this one yet, but this one's been outside the whole time. And then compost bays with all the potatoes in. Again, they've just gone absolutely nuts. They're all hanging over the edge. Hopefully we should have a fair few potatoes in there. And some nice compost to work with for beginning of next season. And behind the polytunnel, where we've got the pumpkins, some more rhubarb in the back there. Just desperately needs weeding and clearing out. I don't think any of these have set, so I don't think we're going to be getting many pumpkins this year, but if I get one I'll be happy. And there's another one here, just trailing around. Still throwing plenty of flowers out. I had been pollinating them, but they just don't seem to be setting. And then up there for the long roots, these are what I was most worried about, and they all seem to be doing okay. Again, just a little bit of TLC and a bit of attention and they should be okay. But they're still growing, so hopefully we have something for the long root competition. And a couple of pots of carrots up here. These are ready to be picked. One or two of them gone to seed, which I might pick the others out and leave them ones in. See if we can harvest some of the seeds off them. And that just leaves the small polytunnel, which is full of tomato plants. And these all seem to be doing okay. Again, it's just pruning, tidying up, and some heavy weeding. But these trusses are full of fruit. So we should have plenty to come off these. And Roma, plum tomatoes. There's quite a few fruit on them as well. Some spring onions that need to come out. Should still be usable. On the other side, it's just the same, packed with fruit. And it's just general maintenance with these. Cut all these tops off and get rid of all these side shoots. And then the plants can just focus on producing the fruit that it has and ripening them up. So all in all, the garden's not looking too bad considering not being here for 2 weeks. So I'm going to leave this one at that. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel. It's so close to 500 subscribers now, it would be nice to get up to that. And I'll leave you with a few clips from our holiday.